Hi there, today in this session I will demonstrate to you the data hiding concept, that's encapsulation, with the help of getters and setters. Basically, the fields in our class as variables become object when inside the instance of a class, and we can add more controls by setting the modifiers to private. That is the reason we know that the private data member says data hiding and cannot be used outside the class definition. If you would like to use the private member outside the class definition, you need to add the get method that's known as a getter. If you want to add or modify the property from outside the class definition, that's known as the setters or set method. Also, one more thing, getters and setters allow you to make your property read only, write only, and read write both. If you just have a getter of any private member, you are making the property read only. If you are just adding the setter of that method, then you are making the property write only. If you are making the getter and setter methods provide for any leader member of a particular class, you are making the property read only as well as write only. Here we have a person class for the demonstration, which has two private members, first name and last name. Where first name has a getter and setter, and the last name also has a getter and setter, so that I can access the first name and last name with the help of the methods to be accessed from the outside of the class definition. So let's get started. Consider I have a person class, which has a private member, string first name and last name. If you will create an instance of this class, say person.firstname or last name, it's not accessible because the members are private. So what I can do is I can create the public methods. If you would like to set the name, the return type would be void set first name. You will get a value of same type. Here you see that the first name, or this first name, this means current class object and what you have in the parameter. If you want to get this value from outside the class definition, return type of this method would be string get first name. This will return what you have in this dark first name. So you are making the getter and setter of first name so that the property will become read and write both. Same thing I need to do for the get last name. Same thing I need to do for set last name, and here is the last name. Now I can go to the person instance and say person set first name is king and sys out, you can get the first name, get first name. Here you say person set last name, let's say it's Kochar. Say out. Person get last name. Here we go to run our application. King Kochar is getting printed. What next I can tell you, if you have any property as private and you wanted to make a setter and getter of it, you can also use this getter and setter for the validation purpose. Let's say I'm making a property for age, that is get age, and this dot age gets return. Here I see this should be an integer as a return type, set age integer age, and here I say this age equals to age. But while setting up a value, I can check if the age is greater than or equal to a, only set the age, otherwise print invalid age. Such kind of validations, you can also try them out. Going right here and seeing person set age, sys out, person get age, and see what gets happen. You can see that it's invalid age or 0. If you will allow this to enter as a, which is greater than or equal to a, so whatever age you are assigning gets printed. If you don't want to allow this property for read and write both, you can. If you wanted to allow it for the only read only, just add the getter and not set. If we want to allow it for write only, just allow the set and not get, and same thing that you can go for the age and last name as well. I hope the concept is clear to all of you. It's a complete Java inaudible class or a model class ready to use as an entity. See you in the next session. Until next time, stay tuned. Thank you.